करूँ या स्टार्ट?
Yes, ma'am. So, good evening, जय भीम ऑल। आज का हमारा टॉपिक एक्सक्रेटरी सिस्टम पर है, जो कि अभी आज वृषाली मैम पढ़ाने वाले हैं। और आज के बाद जितने भी क्लासेस होंगे वो गूगल क्लासरूम पे होंगे। तो वेलकम टू गूगल क्लासरूम। ये हमारा फर्स्ट क्लास है गूगल क्लासरूम पर, तो आप इंजॉय करिए। और आई होप कि मतलब जितना आपको जूम पर नेटवर्क का वगैरह इशू रहता था पहले ज्वाइन करने के लिए, ये तो वो आगे से नहीं होगा आपको। तो थैंक यू मैम, आप अपना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं सेशन।
Yes, thank you so much. Jai Bhim sabhi ko, very good evening. So today's class is on auxiliary system. We have covered three chapters till now. So this is our fourth chapter, and again very important chapter for your exam. So today's lecture we'll be seeing basics of excretory system, some part of kidney and its function, and what exactly happens in kidney and how urine is formed. Okay, so starting with excretory system. Okay, so consider a very vast cube, okay, and the fluid which you are putting in that is entering in that. So that fluid will contain lot of different types of materials. उसमें बहुत सारे अलग अलग materials होंगे, तो वो सारे materials हमें drain करना है. We have to saturate them, we have to remove certain amount of material from that. So your kidney will do that work. आप like you're inserting some fluid inside and then you expect it to be drained. आपको उसमें से बहुत सारी चीजें फिल्टर करनी है, तो आपके बॉडी के जितने भी फ्लूइड का मैकेनिक्स है दैट ऑल टेक्स प्लेस इन योर किडनी. सो किडनी एक्ट्स लाइक ए filtrating organ inside your body. Right? So the basic function or the basic mechanism governing the excretory system is that it will remove आपके बॉडी के जितने भी वेस्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं उसको रिमूव करने का काम आपकी excretory system करती है. Okay, so there are certain very important organs in your excretory system. So the very important part is your kidney, which you can see. These are the bean-shaped organs. Very important part of your excretory system. Then the next are these ureters, which you can see the tube-like lengthy organs which you can see they are your ureters. The third one is your urinary bladder जहाँ आपकी यूरिन स्टोर होती है. Okay, and the urethra is the opening from where the urine is micturated. Okay, yeah. So starting with kidney. अब आपको किडनी के इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर्स भी पता होने चाहिए. आप you people know that your kidney is a bean shaped organ. Why it is bean shaped? Because it looks like beans. If you guys must have seen beans, it looks like beans. Fine. अगर मैं किडनी को एक लॉन्जिट्यूडनल सेक्शन में कट करूं, मतलब व्हाट इज लॉन्जिट्यूडनल सेक्शन? आप सुपीरियर पार्ट से इंफीरियर पार्ट तक अगर एक कट लगाते हैं तो what you see is your longitudinal section. Okay, आपको एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है draw LS of kidney and elaborate it. So what is LS? LS is your longitudinal section. Okay, now ये ये कुछ वेन्स है जो आपके किडनी में एंटर करते हैं. ओके, वील एक्सक्लूड दिस पार्ट एज ऑफ नाउ. लेकिन जो किडनी का ओपनिंग पार्ट होता है, दिस इज द ओपनिंग पार्ट ऑफ योर किडनी, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज योर रीनल पेल्विस. ओके, व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड रीनल पेल्विस? बिकॉज renal means what? Renal means your excretory system. So you remember the word renal. Renal is because it's an excretory system. Now, second, pelvis क्यों कहा जाता है? Because it is broader. That is why it is called as pelvis. This is the smaller opening from where your arteries and veins enter, and then it becomes broad. So that is why it is called as renal pelvis. Okay. Now, inside your kidney, there are two types of vessels. Okay, one will carry the purest form of blood and the other will carry the impure form of blood. अब ये impure and pure form क्या होता है? Okay, remember veins. Okay, veins will carry the deoxygenated blood or the demetabolized blood. आपके बॉडी में जितने भी मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटीज होते हैं उसमें से जो वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट निकलता है दैट इज कैरीड बाय योर ब्लड, ओके, दैट इज गिवन इन योर ब्लड. सो दैट ब्लड, वो ब्लड आएगा आपके किडनी तक. आप ये जो ब्लू कलर की वेन देख रहे हैं, रीनल वेन, दैट इज गोइंग टू कैरी योर metabolic waste blood. Okay, now when that blood is reaching your kidney, what exactly happens in your kidney? आप ये कोन शेप्ड के पिरामिड्स देख रहे होगे. ओके, इस पिरामिड्स में बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे व्हाट यू कॉल filters होते हैं. You can say those filters, we'll see what are those filters in next slides. Those filters will make the blood pure. जो ब्लू कलर के वेन्स आपका इम्प्योर ब्लड लेके आते हैं, दैट ब्लड इज प्योर्ड बाय दिस pyramids, okay, and that blood is again taken up by these red arteries, and then it is sent to different parts of body. Okay, fine. Now the periphery is what? Outer structure. The outer structure of your kidney is called as cortex. Okay, the distance between the pyramid and the outer layer, you can see here the distance between the pyramid and the outer layer is called as cortex. Okay, and the covering which is present on kidney is called as a kidney capsule. Okay, fine. Now there is calyx in this. What exactly is calyx? Calyx is आपका जो beginning part होता है, ओके, यूरेटर्स जहां से स्टार्ट होते हैं इनसाइड योर किडनी. द पार्ट फ्रॉम वेयर योर यूरेटर्स स्टार्ट इनसाइड योर किडनी इज कॉल्ड एज माइनर कैलिक्स. इफ यू कैन सी दिस, these small tube-like structures which are then forming the hilum and then it is coming down as ureter. This small part, this small structure is called as minor calyx. Okay, fine. Now the major calyx is this big structure. Okay, ये जो पूरा surface area बनता है minor calyx का, that is called as major calyx. What is the function of these structures? Whatever urine or whatever waste, metabolic waste is prepared in your kidney, that will be stored in these two structures. Okay, they have storing cavities inside them, major and minor calyx. So they will store whatever urine is formed inside your this pyramids and other parts of kidney. Okay, now very important structure of your kidney जिसे हम nephron कहते हैं. Nephron is called as the functional unit of kidney. Why it is called functional unit of kidney? Because the entire process of removing salts, removing waste products, जो भी जितने भी waste, metabolic waste है, and separating urine, forming urine is entirely done in your nephron. Okay, so you will have a MCQ in your exam stating the functional unit of kidney. So the functional unit of kidney is your nephron. Okay, fine. Yeah, so starting with nephron. Okay, as I said, it's the functional unit of your kidney. Okay, so remember आपके nephron में दो parts होते हैं. Your first is your glomerulus. Okay, this is also called as renal corpuscle. Okay, this is your glomerulus till here. Okay, and the remaining part, the remaining tube structures which you can see, this down part which you can see, this is your renal tubule. Okay, remember the word renal. Renal means kidney or it means excretory system. So remember, always remember the word renal and then tubule. Okay, why tubule? Because these are all tube like structures which we see here. Fine. Okay, so when we talk about glomerulus, glomerulus is this globular structure. ये एक round structure होता है जिसके अंदर lots of vessels, they come and wire each other. Okay, glomerulus has lot of wiring of networks of the vessels which carry blood, basically blood. So that blood exchange of blood mechanism happening inside the glomerulus is very important, as it will then carry forward the process of urine formation. Okay, so remember there are two parts in your nephron. First is your glomerulus, second is your renal tubule. Okay, fine. And another very important MCQ for your exam is that there are there are certain amount of nephrons present in each kidney. So you should know how many nephrons are present. So I have put it in bold letters. There are about 1 to 1.3 million nephrons present in your kidney. Okay. And the length of each nephron is around 45 to 65 mm. Okay, this is just like MCQ important questions for you. Okay, so remember there are two parts. Fine. Now in this, when I say the word glomerulus, glomerulus के अंदर का जो part होता है, okay, that has, as I said, that has lot of arteries and vessels which carry blood. Okay, so this is acting like a capsule for glomerulus. This yellow structure which you can see, why it acts like a capsule? Because it protects these vessels. Okay, it protects these vessels. So this is called as Bowman's capsule. Bowman was the scientist who invented or who found this capsule or this structure. So that is why it is called as Bowman's capsule. Okay. Then your Bowman's capsule extends down, okay, and it forms Henle's loop. Okay, Henle's loop को याद कैसे रखना है? Henle's loop is a U-like structure. Okay, if you can see in this diagram, it's a U-like structure. So remember that in exam they'll give you just a blank diagram and they'll ask you to label the diagram. Okay, or they'll give a dash and then they'll give you options in MCQs. So to identify Henle's loop, it's very easy. It's this U-like structure. Okay, that is Henle's loop. Okay, fine. Then ये जो आप रेड और ब्लू कलर का जो vessels देख रहे हैं, these are your small vessels which will carry blood. One will carry metabolic blood and the other will carry pure form of blood. Okay, so how to identify? Remember, always blue color carries the metabolic blood and red carries the good form of blood or the pure blood. Okay, then there is one collecting duct, okay, which extends after your tubules. So that duct is called as your storing member, where you know the entire जो भी यहाँ पे drain होता है, whatever fluid is drained here, that is collected here, and then from here it is transformed to your urinary bladder through your ureters. Okay, so these are your collecting ducts. Yes. Coming to again very important structure, that is your Malpighian body. What is Malpighian body? This inside part, if you can see, this is the glomerulus. Inside part को हम कहते हैं Malpighian body. Okay? उसके detail में हम जाएंगे. Fine. So yes, as I said, there are two types of blood vessels. One is going to carry the impure blood and the other is going to carry the pure blood out from your kidney. Okay, so here there are, see, there are two structures which you can see. Okay, this is afferent arteriole. What is afferent? हमने we had studied it in first chapter, that is nervous system. Afferent means it is going to go towards the brain. Okay, so here afferent का मतलब क्या होता है? It is going towards the kidney. Okay, so this is your afferent arteriole जो kidney के अंदर blood ला रहा है. Okay, the gray structure which you can see, this is the afferent arteriole. Okay, and this is the darker structure, efferent arteriole, which is going to take pure blood outside your kidney. Okay, fine. So these are the two vessels which will be entering your glomerulus. Fine. Now studying the outer part of glomerulus, which is this part. Okay, ये जो surrounding उसका structure है, that tissue has certain cells. Okay, that cells is called as the parietal cells. Okay, which you can see here. Okay, these are the parietal cells. Fine. Then there is Bowman's capsule, as I said. Fine. There is another very important cell called as podocyte. What is podocyte? Podocyte is going to help the process of this exchange. Okay, we'll see that process further, how the gradient exchange is taking place, but podocyte is going to facilitate that process. Okay, fine. Then Bowman's capsule I told you. Here, this part which from where your Bowman's capsule is ending and then tube is forming, that is your capsular neck. Okay, and downward तो आपको पता है कि नीचे ये बनता है proximal tubule. Okay, that is your Malpighian body. Yes. Coming to mechanism of urine formation, what exactly takes place and how your urine is formed, we'll see that. There are 3-4 steps in this. पहला step आपका होता है कि आपकी किडनी में जितना भी blood आ रहा है, whatever blood is coming to your nephron, to your glomerulus, that blood is first filtered. Okay, filtration is very important of that blood. So your first step will be filtration of the blood. Okay. सेकेंड, अभी जो मैं ब्लड फिल्टर कर रही हूँ उसमें से कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट स्ट्रक्चर्स है, इम्पोर्टेंट मिनरल्स है, इम्पोर्टेंट सॉल्ट्स है, वो मुझे फिर से स्टोर करने पड़ेंगे. ठीक है, जैसे inside our urine or inside our blood there are certain salts like sodium is there, potassium is there. All these structures will need that. Okay, we need sodium for our functioning of muscles, we need potassium for functioning of our muscles. So what our body does is it does not excrete everything. Body एक साथ सारी चीजें बाहर नहीं निकालता है. So it stores some form of it inside our body. Fine. So to store that we need reabsorption of those salts. Okay, that is very important. So we need to reabsorb few salts inside our body again. Okay, then the remaining whatever fluid is formed, that is secreted from your tubules. You have certain tubules. From your tubules it is secreted to your collecting duct. Okay, then from there it is excreted or micturated from our body. So we'll see how urine is formed. Okay, now ये है आपका ग्लोमेरुलस जो हमने पहले स्लाइड्स में भी देखा. यहाँ पे Malpighian बॉडी आता है. Now there are two forms of vessels, as I told you. There will be one will be your arterioles, the other will be your veins. Okay, so what exactly is happening here? We are starting with our glomerulus. Okay, from here जहाँ पर जितना भी blood आता है, that is then forwarded down to your, what is this? This is your proximal tubules. Okay, proximal convoluted tubules. So whatever blood is coming here, that has to be filtered. ठीक है, तो वो filtration का काम यहाँ हो रहा है. Why it is happening? You can see here there are podocytes here. They act like filters. Okay, they act like filters. Also these parietal cells जो आप देख रहे हैं, which outline the structure of your glomerulus, they also act like filters. So your blood, when it is passing from your glomerulus to the towards the proximal tubules, it is filtered. So that process is called as filtration. Okay, that process is called as filtration. Now, coming to second process, that is reabsorption. Now, from your proximal convoluted tubule, it has to be forwarded to the downward loops. Okay, so that downward loops are what? See, from here it has to go down. तो आपका जो absorption process है, okay, आपका जो reabsorption या जो भी process है, that will take place in your loop of Henle's. Okay, whatever salt or whatever sodium, whatever potassium has to be exchanged, that will take place in this U-like structure, that is your Henle's loop. Okay, then comes your secretion process. Okay, so now here urine is formed. Okay, urine is formed. Now it has to be shifted. It has to be stored somewhere. कहीं पर तो store करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि there is more fluid which is going to be get collected here. Okay, और भी fluid store करना है हमें. So for that ये जगह हमें खाली करनी है. So we are going to shift that fluid to our collecting duct. That is the process of secretion. Okay, where the formed fluid or formed urine is shifted from the descending tubes and towards the collecting duct. That is your secretion. And from here, it is excreted out of the body, okay, through the process of micturition. That is your mechanism of urine formation. So when you write it in exam, आप जब एग्जाम में लिखते हैं तो आपको स्टार्ट करना है फ्रॉम योर ग्लोमेरुलस. ओके, यू कैन ड्रॉ ए रफ डायग्राम. ये बहुत रफ डायग्राम है, बहुत सिंप्लीफाइड डायग्राम है जो मैंने यहाँ पे डाला है. यू हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम योर ग्लोमेरुलस. आपका जो पूरा प्रोसेस है यूरिन फॉर्मेशन का, दैट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम योर ग्लोमेरुलस. So remember to mention glomerulus, and shifting the blood from your glomerulus to the proximal convoluted tubule is the process of filtration, where your blood is filtered by the podocytes and the parietal cells which line your Bowman's capsule or which line your glomerulus. Fine. Then you have to mention the process of reabsorption, where how the Henle's loop comes into picture and your entire exchange of salts, all the minerals takes place there, and from there your fluid is shifted towards your collecting duct. Okay. Yes. Now we'll see the process of reabsorption. What exactly happens in reabsorption? Remember, there are two or three main important minerals present. Okay, first is your sodium. Okay, second is your calcium. Water तो वैसे भी रहेगा because it is fluid. Fine. Then the byproducts will be your urea. ठीक है. Okay. Now you have to remember cortex, outer medulla, inner medulla. What exactly are these? You have to remember. Okay, I'll just show you. Yeah, so your structure, the structures um, inside your kidney will start from the cortex. Okay, cortex, and then this part which you can see is your medulla. Okay, and then this is your cortex. ये आपका cortex हो गया. Okay, then is your outer medulla and inner medulla. Okay, so that same is present here. Okay, this is your outer area of your kidney, cortex, that is cortex. This is the middle and this is the inner. Okay, fine. Yes. Now what you have to remember is these arrows. Okay, these straight arrows are the process of passive activity. ठीक है, मतलब वो to carry out, मतलब क्लोरीन को बाहर जाने के लिए you don't need anything to facilitate it, वो अपने आप बाहर जाएगा. So that is the passive process. और जो convoluted arrow आप देख रहे हैं, that is your active process. Okay, that means that is actually happening inside your kidney. Okay, voluntarily. So that is the active process. Okay, now this is your glomerulus. ठीक है, यहाँ से blood आया, then it is filtered in proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so inside your proximal convoluted tubule, what is going to exchange? What is going to exchange? All the salts. These are your salts, sodium and chlorine. When sodium will move out, chlorine will also follow it. Okay, fine. And the inside, the outside area which is present, that is your medulla, outer medulla, that will contain all these compounds such as hydrogen, potassium, urea. Okay, that is going to enter inside. As soon as sodium moves out, okay, जैसे ही sodium will move out of the proximal convoluted tubule, the pumps will open up for the entry of hydrogen and potassium and urea. Okay, fine. Now, आपके जितने भी vital minerals है, vitamins है, all those are absorbed. All those important minerals are absorbed in this specific area. What are your important minerals and vitamins? Those are your entire amino acids. Whatever vitamins are there, vitamin A, B, C, whatever you're eating in your food, all those are absorbed at this area. That is your proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, आगे जितनी भी process होती है the further whatever process is carried out, that is all the pure process of formation of urine. Okay, so your entire absorption process takes place here. That is the amino acids, your glucose, vitamins, all those are absorbed here. That is why it is called as reabsorption. Okay, if you remember the second process, that is the reabsorption. We have filtered blood, and this is the area of reabsorption. Fine. Now, then the fluid or the blood comes down. Okay. Now, there is a lot of water content inside that fluid. Okay. So we need to store that water. Okay. So that we don't get dehydrated. So that water, that exchange of water takes place in your medulla, that is outer medulla. Okay, fine. Once the water is stored, when you remove water from certain thing, it becomes concentrated, it becomes thick. Okay, so when it becomes thick, it has adherence या फिर उसकी binding capacity बढ़ जाती है. So what will bind to it? Urea is going to come and bind to that thick concentrated fluid. Okay, then again once urea enters inside, extra जितना भी salt है, whatever extra salt is there, what is extra salt? Sodium and chlorine, they are again going to move out. Okay, then that fluid is again, it is going to remain in this area for certain time. लेकिन जैसे ही extra fluid आता है, it is going to move further, and then again your essential minerals will be removed, will be drained. Okay, fine. Same process happens, will be at every stage. There will be filter mechanism. जैसे आप कोई एक बहुत sophisticated area में जाते हैं तो बहुत सारे check points होते हैं. Same check points are present inside your nephron. Okay, and then at specific areas again your sodium, chlorine and water will be exchanged or will be stored. So first is going to happen at the PCT. Okay, second is going to happen at the Henle's loop, third is going to happen at your distal convoluted tubule. Fine. After the distal convoluted tubule, whatever fluid we are getting, that is the pure concentration of urine. Okay, which is collected here in your collecting duct. Okay, so that is your process of reabsorption. Fine. Yes. Now, very important topic of your excretory system, and many times people don't understand it. What exactly is counter current mechanism? Imagine कि actually the pen is not working here, so yeah, fine, no issues. Yeah, imagine that this is the tube. Okay, just imagine this is a tube and I am, मेरे पास दो तरह के fluid है. ठीक है, तो मैं वो दोनों fluid इस tube में से पास करूंगी. ओके, फाइन. तो अगर वो फ्लूइड, दोनों फ्लूइड की कैपेसिटी या फिर दोनों फ्लूइड का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, if it is going to be same, okay, if the concentration of both the fluids is going to be same, then the fluids will move in same direction. Okay, they'll move in this same direction. But if I want the concentration of both the fluids to be different, so what is going to happen? They'll move in opposite direction. Okay, now to carry out the opposite directions, if I want the fluids to flow in opposite directions, I need two tubules. I need two tubes from where the fluids can flow in opposite direction. Okay, so when we talk about counter current mechanism, what is counter current mechanism? Both these fluids are going to counter each other. How they are going to counter each other? Depending on their concentration. Okay, दोनों fluid के concentration पे depend करता है how much they are going to counter each other. So this same mechanism is happening inside our kidney, that is called as counter current mechanism, where there is certain potential gradient of every fluid, okay, at a specific area. So that is going to further process the urination. Okay, तो जब हम कंसिडर कि ये जो आप ऑस्मोल पर लीटर जो देख रहे हैं, दैट इज द यूनिट विच इज यूज्ड टू स्टैंडर्डाइज और टू डिनोट द पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट्स. ओके, What is potential gradients? Potential gradients are the concentration of this fluid. Okay. So imagine that what fluid is entering, okay, the fluid which is entering that has 300 milliosmoliter potential gradient. Okay, the fluid which is present inside our nephron has this much potential gradient. Okay, fine. So now when my sodium and chloride are going outside, okay, when it is going outside, there is exchange of the potential gradient. Okay, there is exchange of this potential gradient. So that exchange will increase my concentration. ठीक है, फाइन. अब ये concentration ज्यादा कैसे हो रहा है? How is this concentration increasing more? See, you can see here it is increasing more. How it is increasing more? Because at every step our water is moving out, H2O is moving out. So that is how this concentration will vary at every step. Okay, fine. Again, going with the structure of kidney, this is the cortex, outer medulla, and the inner medulla. Okay, now there are two tubes in this. First is your nephron, okay, जो हमने पढ़ा, and the second tube is the vasa recta. What is vasa recta? We need vasa recta for carrying out this counter current mechanism. As I told you that to maintain the balance or to maintain equilibrium between the potential gradients, हमें दो ट्यूब चाहिए क्योंकि हमें दोनों फ्लूइड को ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में फ्लो कराना है. ठीक है, ओनली देन वी विल बी गेटिंग द काउंटर करंट मैकेनिज्म एंड देन वी विल बी गेटिंग द प्योर कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड फॉर्म ऑफ यूरिन. So we need two structures. So our two structures are vasa recta and nephron. Okay, now the blood which is filtered from your glomerulus is going to enter the PCT, and this blood has concentration of 300. Okay, but as it is going down, the water is moving out. Okay, and sodium chloride are entering inside. So that is how the potential gradient of this fluid is going to go on increasing as it goes down. Okay, here also you can see water is moving out. Okay, yes. Then now when it is reaching a certain area, okay, what is this area? When it is reaching outer medulla, when it is going towards the descending tubule, that is descending convoluted tubule, इसका potential grading और कम होगा. Okay, तो वो जो कम हो रहा है, that is going to decrease up to 200. Okay, and then what we are getting is the pure concentrated form of urine in our collecting duct. Okay, so remember what exactly is this counter current mechanism कि हम दोनों fluids को opposite direction में flow कराएंगे and then we'll balance or we'll check the potential gradient difference between those fluids. So that is how the salts are going to come out and move out. Okay, and what we get is the pure concentrated urine. Okay, when we talk about vasa recta में भी same process होता है. The fluid which enters or the blood which enters has 300 milliosmoliter potential gradient. Okay, then it is going to increase further. Okay, why? Because sodium chloride is entering inside. So as soon as sodium कहीं पर भी enter होता है, wherever sodium enters, the potential gradient increase. Okay, so that is how it is increasing up to 400, then 600, and at certain areas again water is going to move out. Remember, so that is how the potential gradient is going to increase of this fluid. Then at certain area again ये जो salt पहले enter हुआ था, that your body is going to give a command that we need to store that salt for our further mechanism. So that salt is again moved out and stored inside our kidney, and then what we get is again a pure and concentrated form of urine. Now, if this potential gradient changes, अगर ये potential gradient कहीं पर भी change होते हैं, ठीक है, normal से कम ज़्यादा होते हैं, then sodium and chlorine का जो concentration है, that increases inside of kidney. So you must have seen people having kidney stones, okay, having kidney failure. So that why does that failure occur? Because these mechanisms or this counter current mechanism plus this mechanism reabsorption mechanism is completely altered. पूरा change होता है. There is complete imbalance between these exchange of water and salts. Okay, so if the salt exchange increases, then there is formation of those stones inside the kidney, or the kidney becomes that you must have seen people swelling up. So that is because of all these issues. So that is why counter current mechanism is very important in our body. Okay. Yeah. Coming to tubules, you need to remember there are three tubules present inside our kidney. The first one is the proximal tubule, which is coming or which is starting from your glomerulus. Okay. Then it is going down, forming Henle's loop. Then it is moving up, forming distal convoluted tubule. Okay. So what exactly is the function here? Proximal tubule will carry the function of absorption. What absorption? Absorption of minerals, absorption of vitamins, and storage of your sodium and chlorine. Okay, so it stores your salt and it also absorbs your important vitamins and minerals. Coming down to your Henle's tube, where the urine is filtered. Whatever urine is formed or whatever fluid is formed, that is filtered. How it is filtered? Sodium, chlorine are removed from this area, okay, from this U structure, and urea is entering this area or entering the Henle's loop. How it is entering? All these structures, whatever structures we studied till now, have the process of osmosis. If you people must be knowing, even here, how this exchange is taking place. This exchange is taking place by the process of osmosis. Okay, the concentration increases and decreases outside the tubule and inside the tubule. So that is how the process of exchange is taking place. Here also, inside the loop of Henle's, the exchange is taking place by the process of osmosis. So urea enters here. So the function of Henle's loop is to make the urine concentrated. Okay. That concentrated urine is then sent to DCT. What is your DCT? Distal convoluted tubule. Now, distal convoluted tubule is the last gate, okay, last gate for the urine formation. So, distal convoluted tubule has a very important role कि जो भी यूरिन आया है, that is the end area, that is the last chance to remove the important minerals from there. So at your DCT, your important minerals like your sodium and chlorine will be again filtered. There'll be rechecking of that urine form. So that DCT is the point where the whatever required or important minerals are there, that is going to be done at DCT. So that's the last checkpoint of the kidney where the important minerals will be again filtered. And whatever goes to your collecting duct is the only purest form of urine. Okay. Yes. So that's all for today's class. Yes. Any questions you people have today? Yes, Dattatreya, you can ask. What is your question?
मैम किडनी स्टोन होता है वो कहाँ पे प्रोड्यूस होता है? वो कैलिक्स में होता है या बोन्स कैप्सूल में?
क्या होता है?
किडनी स्टोन कहाँ तैयार होता है?
Kidney stone. Yeah. Okay. Just a minute. Yes, your kidney stones will be formed in your medulla. Okay, whatever extra sodium, chloride, calcium is being stored when there is alteration of the counter current mechanism. All these stones will be formed in this area. This is your medulla. So this is where you will have the major forms of stones, kidney stones. At times, few stones will be present in your calyx also, and the stones which are present in your calyx are more painful because from here it is going to enter, the urine is going to enter the ureters. तो जब यूरिन फ्लो होती है from kidney to the ureters, it moves that stone, so that creates a scar in your kidney tissue, so that is more painful. So जो भी आपके stones जो calyx में होते हैं, they are the most painful stones. Okay. At times few are present in ureters also, but that's the rarest one.
मैम मेडुला में तैयार होने के बाद वो कैलिक्स में जाता होगा ना?
Yeah. Depends, matlab what type of stone it is, how big it is, how small it is. If they are bigger stones, then it is very difficult for them to move from medulla to calyx. But अगर stone small है, तो वो easily move होते हैं urine के साथ, with the flow of urine. So that is how it is going to your calyx. और calyx से कभी-कभी ureters में भी जाता है. जैसे जैसे उसकी अभी इफ अगर पेशेंट दवाई स्टार्ट करता है, मेडिसिन स्टार्ट करता है, तो उसकी साइज श्रिंक होने लगती है. तो अगर साइज श्रिंक हो रही है, देन इट कैन गो डाउन, इट मूव्स डाउन टुवर्ड्स द यूरेटर्स. सो दैट इज व्हाई कोई कोई पेशेंट्स होते हैं जिनके स्टोन्स हमें यूरेटर्स में भी देखने मिलते हैं. प्रणीता मैम.
Yes, ma'am. मैम दत्तात्रेय ने आपको थैंक यू बोला है.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's okay.
निकिता, आपका कुछ क्वेश्चन है?
मैम मेरा हिंदी मीडियम में, तो आप ये नाम हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हो क्या?
सॉरी, उनकी आवाज.
जी, आपने क्या कहा निकिता?
मैम मेरा हिंदी मीडियम में है बायोलॉजी, तो आप हिंदी में भी नाम बोल सकते हो क्या, ऐसा पूछ रहा.
सॉरी प्रणीता मैम, आई कांट
एक्चुअली
हियर हर
मैम
प्रॉब्लम.
उनका क्वेश्चन ये है कि उनका
हाँ.
जो है हिंदी मीडियम है,
हाँ.
तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि जो ऑर्गन्स की जो आप एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, तो उनका हिंदी में नाम रहता है क्या, ऐसा उनका क्वेश्चन.
नहीं निकिता, आपको ऑर्गन्स का नाम जो आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया है वही लर्न करना है. ठीक है, जैसे पीसीटी है, डीसीटी है, आपको वही याद रखना है क्योंकि एग्जाम में आपको वही पूछा जाएगा. तो व्हाट आप एक काम कीजिए, यू हैव टू ड्रॉ डायग्राम्स. आप डायग्राम्स ड्रॉ कीजिए और उसका नेमिंग कीजिए, उसको लेबलिंग कीजिए, तो आपको ऐसे नाम याद रख पाएंगे. आपको नाम जो भी है वो इंग्लिश में ही याद रखने हैं, उसका हिंदी कन्वर्जन आप नहीं कर सकते.
ठीक है.
यस.
और कुछ क्वेश्चंस है आज के सेशन में जो भी पढ़ाया, आपको कुछ क्वेरी है उस बारे में?
हेलो मैम.
जी बोलिए.
एनसीईआरटी में ऐसा दिया है कि किडनी का फंक्शन जो होता है वो मतलब ब्रेन ब्रेन कंट्रोल करता है.
जी जी.
हाँ, अगर ब्रेन एक पेशेंट अगर ब्रेन डेड होता है तो किडनी भी डेड होनी चाहिए ना, फिर वो क्यों लाइव होती है?
ओके, ठीक है दत्तात्रेय. क्या होता है व्हेन योर ब्रेन इज डेड, ओके, लेकिन आपके बॉडी के जितने भी फ्लूइड्स है या फिर आपका हार्ट का जो भी फंक्शन है वो स्टिल चलता रहता है, क्योंकि एट टाइम्स हम पेशेंट को वेंटिलेटर पर डालते हैं या फिर हम उसे कोई और डिपेंडेंट मशीन पर डालते हैं. तो उसके वजह से जो बॉडी का मैकेनिज्म है, जो बॉडी का फ्लूइड फॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस है, वो ऑन गोइंग रहता है, वो चलता रहता है. जैसे रेस्पिरेशन है, मतलब पेशेंट ब्रेन डेड है फिर भी पेशेंट ब्रीथ कर रहा है क्योंकि हमने वेंटिलेटर लगाया है. तो इफ पेशेंट इज ब्रीदिंग, देन जो ऑक्सीजन बन रहा है वो ऑक्सीजन कहीं से फ्लो होता है, तो वो फ्लो होने के लिए ब्लड चाहिए. ठीक है, तो ब्लड फॉर्म होने के लिए वी नीड हार्ट टू पंप. ओके, एंड देन जो ब्लड फॉर्म हो रहा है वो इम्प्योर भी होता है क्योंकि वो आपके बॉडी में पूरा फ्लो होता है, तो उसको प्योर करने के लिए हमें किडनी भी चाहिए. सो दैट इज हाउ योर किडनी इज functioning, that is how your kidney is acting. If there is complete stoppage of fluid formation inside the body, तो आपकी किडनी भी स्टॉप होगी. ठीक है, लेकिन आइडियली ब्रेन डेड में हम पेशेंट को वेंटी पर डालते हैं, तो बाकी के जो भी मैकेनिज्म्स हैं दे आर स्टिल ऑन गोइंग. सो दैट इज व्हाई इवन द किडनी इज फंक्शन, दैट इज व्हाई द यूरिन इज आल्सो फॉर्म. पेशेंट को हम we put the patient on certain mechanisms or certain structures or certain tubes, but then still the urine is still formed. So that is why kidney failure बहुत rarely होता है. अगर होता भी है तो भी पेशेंट को पहले से ही कोई डिसीज रहती है, उसके वजह से किडनी फेलियर होती है. Okay, I just want to add one more thing कि after this lecture we'll be adding one assignment. हम एक assignment ऐड करने वाले हैं आप लोगों के लिए, जो आपको कंप्लीट करके फिर से अपलोड करनी है. So we'll let you know the details. आपको ये जो क्लासरूम का जो लिंक है, क्लासरूम का जो डिटेल अपडेट है वो आपको चेक करना है आफ्टर द लेक्चर. यस परमिता मैम.
हाँ,
जी
हम
जी.
आपको बताएंगे कि कहाँ पर असाइनमेंट सबमिट करना है और कहाँ पर वो आपको असाइनमेंट का मिलेगा, और अनाउंसमेंट में भी हम आपको बताएंगे
यस
फर्दर प्रोसीजर की कैसे आपको करना है अपलोड वगैरह.
जी.
तो अभी और कुछ किसी को क्वेरी है, मतलब कुछ इस टॉपिक रिलेटेड पूछना है आपको, या फिर पहले के जो टॉपिक्स थे उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम है? सो
यस
हमारा कल भी है लेक्चर, तो प्लीज़ मतलब जो भी नोटिफिकेशन आता है आपको जीमेल पर, तो वो आप बार बार चेक करते रहिए. ठीक है, तो कल इसी टाइम पर हम मिलेंगे 5 बजे. तो कल मिलते हैं वैसे. और थैंक यू मैम, आपने इतना
थैंक यू.
डिटेल में पढ़ाया, सब क्वेरीज आप पूरा सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, तो हम बहुत खुश है कि बच्चे क्वेरीज भी पूछ रहे हैं. अभी तक
जी
क्वेरी ज़्यादा नहीं पूछ रहे हैं. तो थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक यू आप सभी को भी. और आप अभी लीव कर सकते हो, अभी यहीं पर सेशन खत्म होगा, तो आप लोगों को खुद से ही लीव करना पड़ेगा. तो थैंक यू मैम.
थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू एवरीवन. जय हिंद.